are you?
Good, I'm great.
How does it feel to give UFC PR team a heart attack?
Oh, was that a heart attack? What was that?
by getting up there with a total stranger and throwing kicks.
You know what? She was awesome. How do you not have someone like that come up there, you know?
It's interesting timing because we haven't seen this Holly Holm before, and now you're a few days from one of the biggest fights of your career. What motivated you to jump out there, jump on stage, show us a different side of your personality that we haven't really seen it in a different country of all places?
Okay, so this is how it started. In LA, everybody was wondering what I was going to do because I was there before my my coaches, and so they're like, well, what are you going to do for open workouts? I'm like, you guys do open workouts. It's with the fans. It's for them, not for me. It's for me. I mean, it's for me too, because how do you not get that energy? But so I went in there and I was just shadow boxing and jumping rope, and there was a couple of fans that were really excited, and they're calling out, throw a Superman punch or throw an axe kick. So it was fun because then they got to tell me what to do, and I was like, this makes it more fun rather than just being by myself. So it was one of those things that I'm like, you know what, I'm always going to involve the fans. If they're going to come out here just to watch us do an open workout, I want to be involved with them.
Holly, we love an underdog here in Australia. Have you been surprised, I guess, at how well you've been embraced by Australians?
You know, I have quite a few friends from Australia, and I love this place. I love the people here, and so I want to say that I love the support I've been getting, but I'm not surprised because you guys are awesome. So I'm not surprised how awesome you've been, but I will take all the extra, you know, kind of desire for me to do well and be the underdog and come out on top. So I appreciate it 100%, but you guys have always been awesome, so it didn't necessarily surprise me.
A lot of your fights have been close to home, I guess, local for you. What's this whole international experience been like for you?
It's awesome. I don't know why, but I feel like it could be a second home, you know. I have been here for vacation before, and I felt like I was at home. It's far away, and it's a new experience, but I think that's what makes it awesome, you know?
Holly, to the uninitiated, it's obviously taken a little bit of time to finally come to Melbourne in terms of legalities and that sort of stuff. To the uninitiated, what makes the sport so popular around the world?
First of all, everybody has a fighter in them, so I think they can relate in some way. Whatever it is they're fighting for in life, it might be their own, whatever it is they're going on. They might be fighting for a better position in their job, fighting for their marriage, fighting for their child, fighting for health, fighting for, you know, anything, for a better life. Everybody has a little bit of a fighter in them, and so I think, and the future is unknown to anybody, not just in our sport, and so I feel like people having this unknown of what's really going to happen in life is like, what's going to happen in a fight? And so people want to watch it, and I think that that's why people really love it, and the more it's getting out there, the more people that maybe haven't watched it before are like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. By the way, they say that you get your own fly over here. He's been with me since day one.
You've obviously had many experiences in past title fights in boxing, kickboxing alike. How much experience can you take from those into this title fight come Sunday?
You know, I've seen a lot of different styles of fighting, had to adapt to a lot of different things in a fight, and those are the biggest things that are going to help me. This is an MMA fight, not a boxing fight, so I'm not trying to rely only on my boxing experience and background, but I am going to take the things that it has prepared me for and use those for this fight, and then just put that in with everything I've learned to this date and make it happen.
You and Valerie are comparable underdogs online and in some of the popular betting lines, but a lot of the pro fighters we spoke to think that you have a better chance of pulling off the upset than Valerie does. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, but I'll take it. You know what? I guess as far as polls and things like that, I don't really like to pay attention to them. That's stuff on paper, and like I said, you never know the future, so anything can happen in Valerie's and myself's fight.
You've been jogging up and down the streets here around Crown Casino, obviously visualizing what's going to be happening on Sunday. What's the scenario that pops into your mind the most? How do you see this fight playing out?
Victory. If you can't visualize it, you won't attain it. You can't get it. If you don't think it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. And it is mind over matter. Yes, it's all the hard work and all of that as well, but you have to visualize it. I mean, if you're walking in there thinking you're not going to do it, well, you've set that fate for yourself. You're not going to do it. So I visualize the victory, but I visualize myself going through a tough situation to get there. I visualize myself being in a really bad situation and coming out of it. You know, there's 25 minutes in there to not mentally break.
Holly, your probably the most decorated stand-up fighter that Ronda's ever faced. Do you find that will be the advantage that you'll need on
No, she's coming to her own with obviously she has knockouts on her record, so I don't overlook her stand-up. There's my fly again. And I feel like she's just, she's very well-rounded. And so, yes, I think that a lot of the experience from my stand-up fights will help me to do well. But like I said, I'm there to compete in every aspect of it, not just worry about the stand-up boxing.
Very mentally strong at the moment. Do you think that's where a lot of other fighters who have faced Ronda have actually, obviously, I guess, gone missing in fight, for lack of better words?
You know, I can't say where they were mentally going in there, but I do feel like sometimes they don't really know if they can beat her. I do think that confidence is a big thing. If you look at her success as well, how do you think she's got there? She's believed in herself. I mean, there's a lot of things to that. You know, there's a lot of you don't want to be overconfident. It's where you don't train hard. You know, I know that it's a very hard task at hand, so I've been training my butt off, which has also given me more mental strength. The more I train, the more I feel like, you know what, so much hard work, like it's going to pay off, you know.
The greatest champions in UFC history, George St. Pierre, even Ronda Rousey, they beat their opponents at their strengths and then go for their weaknesses. Obviously, Ronda Rousey, she'll probably be focusing on her judo, but also she mentioned she wants to give you a fight in the boxing department. If you do find yourself on the ground with her, are you going to get up or are you going to have a go at possibly even submitting her in this fight?
You never know. I'm just going to listen to my corner along the way, and whatever they advise me to do is what I want to do. There is a little bit of, yes, I just need to go with my intuition. You don't have a lot of time to just wait for a plan like, okay, what should I do from here? You know, it might be too late. But just a game plan as a whole, we want to do what we've been practicing in the gym, and I've been in a lot of those situations, so I want to capitalize on any open moment for sure.
There's been a lot of negativity around Sunday's event, and we had a world boxing title fight here last night, and there wasn't really much negative publicity. Having competed in both sports, why do you think the UFC is drawing such, I guess, a negative response here?
You know, I think anybody's on top is going to be talked negatively about, and I think that's with anything. There's going to be a lot of positive, and then there's always going to be the negative that always goes in with that. So it could be just not really like a sense of jealousy or envy. I don't know. I think some people just they're always going to have something to say about what's on top, because the people on top, the businesses that are on top, the athletes that are on top, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're on top, people are going to be constantly talking about you because it's all over the place. You're the ones being talked about, so you're going to have the negative with the positive. You know, so I just embrace it. I figure if somebody's talking, okay.
Obviously, fighters going into the fight experience a bit of an adrenaline dump. So how do you make sure you don't experience that going into the fight?
That's a hard thing right there. You know, adrenaline dump is a big thing. I think we've seen it a lot. One of the ones that sticks in my mind, Brock Lesnar was almost knocked out and came back because you know, his opponent Brendan Schaub was almost had him. You know, and then that was it, you know. So, and I think I'm spitting out the right fight that I'm thinking of, but thank you. I'm like, that's not who I was thinking. I was thinking Denver. Thanks for the correction. Thanks,
Thanks, Ollie.
guys.
Thank you.